afternoon. I'd like to hear some more enthusiasm. We have just had lunch. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Are we ready for the 2023 Go-Gettaz finale? Are we ready for the 2023 Go-Gettaz finale? The people at the back, are you ready? Oh no, you're not ready. The people at the front, are you ready? I love the energy. People at the back, let's give them a competition. This is a competition. So the people at the back, are you ready? Do they deserve the 50,000 prize? Okay. Midsection, are you ready? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. People at the front, are you ready? Now that is the sound of victory. That's a winner's chant. So we will talk to our partners to organize for a grand prize for each of you seated at the front. But do not quote me. I may just disappear right after this. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. The room is full, but we always have space for you. This is a youth event. In case you miss a seat, you're free to stand. If you have a seat that's free next to you, please welcome someone to sit next to you. So today we have an exciting panel of judges. We have an exciting entertainment deck, and we have brought here with us today an amazing, talented young lady who is the IFAD Goodwill Ambassador. She's also a well-decorated choreographer and an award-winning performer. She's also worked with Childish Gambino, Kim Kardashian, and other notable names. Do we know who this lady is? Do we want to guess? Do we want to try and see maybe if there's a chance for the people at the back? Do we know who this lady is? Okay. Ladies, we have today with us Sherrie Silver. And a round of applause for Sherrie Silver. So I see people are rushing in, they're streaming in. So please make room. If there's a seat that is available next to you, please move for the next person. And we have enough room to accommodate everybody. And also, if we may just want to clear the entryway, we have a beautiful setup for you today. So please get settled. If there's no room to sit, you're free to stand. And we will have our entertainment session about to start. Are we ready? Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much, and prepare to have a good time.
اش اخبارك لاباس عليك ويا الحبيبه واش مازال عارفاني ولا محال واش اخبارك لاباس عليك ويا الحبيبه واش مازال عارفاني ولا محال
أقصانا وين كنت علي أنا love you more than my life أنا أحبك يا حبيبي nakupenda mimi sana.
Hello, with everybody for you. I did just shake belly. What is up on tell hello. Deliver like I get bello. Them say I did go sell out. Them say I did.
From the folks.
Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm not fine.
Why?
I'm tired of this village life. I dig all day, all night, no money, no electricity, no internet.
But this is your homeland. Where else do you want to go?
I want to go to the city or maybe abroad and get a job, nice clothes, money, yes.
Girl, look at the soil. Look at the trees. There is money in it.
Well, maybe if African leaders gave young people in rural areas a chance, then maybe we'll be able to make money from farming.
You're right. Don't lose hope. Let me buy you food.
Food?
Yeah.
From the folks. From the folks.
I'm a piano, the big vibe, the girls them know. Steadily, heavily. I'm a piano, the big vibe, the girls them know. They see me coming, they shout hallelujah. Every day it beat me like a hallelujah. Overseas they won't chop me like suya.
Mwenda! Amashi! Mama
ikibatsi cy'imama mu gihumbi n'igicumbi
Sellini wanje
yarugukwiza ukamuza ntuhuna kabuke ngo rwikure
LG LG na mpenzi wangu hani simwoni tafrani namwita hani haonekani hani nakupenda hani we unanitisa
basi inatosha kivumbi leo
बोलो खुशी नहीं बोलो तुमसे प्यार बोलो बोलो कि ना बोलो japokuwa na mchunya kangangana umo hani wangu wakinunya na mkatia viuno vya vibuno 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 vibuno
Let's go to Congo! Welcome to GoGettaz!
Do not say we did not warn you. Did we warn you? Oh, well, I'm happy that we are ready. We are ready. So Generation Africa is all about the energy and the vibrance. And that's what today's session is all about. And vibrance all around, including, and most important, is youth innovation in agriculture. So I know we are still very excited, but I request that we have one session. If we could please try and contain our excitement. Let's be quiet. Thank you very much. Yes, so we are now ready. We are now excited. Anyone who was feeling sleepy after lunch is now fully alert and awake. And I like that. And so the session of today, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are celebrating not only Generation Africa's 5th anniversary. A round of applause. It's not only a milestone, but it just goes to show you the kind of dynamism that the youth bring in. So we are here to change that narrative, that when you think of agriculture, you don't always have to imagine that old person who is sunburnt, bending over backwards at the farm. So this current generation of young people bring in dynamism and innovation, and the GoGettaz Award is about celebrating that. And so today we have 12 finalists with us, and they will be pitching before a panel of judges shortly. Now, how did we arrive at the 12? We do a call for applications at the beginning of the second quarter of the year, around April to May. And we received thousands and thousands of applications. And then begins the journey of shortlisting. So from the thousands to the hundreds, and from the hundreds to the tens, and now we are at the top 12. This year we had applications from over 35 countries in Africa, represented across all regions, north, south, east, west, and central. And I'm happy to say that we have representation from all regions. And for the very first time in the history of Generation Africa, we have the small islands represented. We have Mauritius. And we have Madagascar. And we are absolutely proud of the reach that Generation Africa has had to get to each and every young person in all corners of the continent. And lest you think I'm fabricating this story, I would like to call upon some of our alumni who have benefited from Generation Africa and GoGettaz, and you will hear from them firsthand on how this impact has had in their lives. So first up, I'd like to welcome a gentleman from Burundi, and his name is Eloge. I may not pronounce his second name, but that's why he's coming up to tell you about himself. Eloge. A round of applause for Eloge.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you feeling today? Are you excited about the grand prize? Who is ready? The contestant, who is ready? Nice. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Eloge Niyomwungere. I'm from the heart of Africa, Burundi. I'm the founder and CEO of Best Food Solutions, a social venture which add value to chili. We process chili into oily powder and dried chilies. As she mentioned, I'm one of the GoGettaz winners of the last year, 2022. And I was crowned as the Impact Award winner. So, talking about my journey with Generation Africa, I think I don't know how to give it an adjective, but because it goes beyond what I expected. Before I came competing for the prize, but what I experienced, it was beyond the prize. So I know most of the finalists today you are fixing your eyes to the prize. But what I should tell you today is, at the Generation Africa, there is more than a prize. You get ready, don't only focus on the prize. And regarding the prize, I'd like to encourage you, feel at ease, you are ready. Now you all deserve the prize. The only thing that is going to make a difference is how you are going to take yourself to, the strategy and the winning mindset you have today. Otherwise, you all deserve the prize. So I congratulate you for reaching this level. I know you are now so nervous. I was in your shoes last year, and I know how it works. So be confident. As they say, having confidence is half winning already. So only that half already, and the rest will be easy for you. And as I end up this speech, I would like to also add that Generation Africa has not only given me the prize, but it has transformed me through their program, Generation Africa Fellowship Program, that I'm currently going through. And I assure you that it's a transformative program, and you are all qualified, I think. So I encourage you to not only focus on the prize today. You may win or win, but what next is what is very important. You know how your business works, and what's important is that otherwise the prize is ending today, but your business is forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eloge. Although you didn't tell us your second name, but there's a chance for you to interact with him and find out more. So a round of applause for Eloge, please. So from the heart of Burundi, I'd like to take you to West Africa and a francophone country called Mali. A round of applause for Mali. So we have a lady called Fili Keita, and Fili Keita was an Impact Award winner. So Fili, a round of applause for Fili as she comes up. So you can see how far and diverse Generation Africa has spread to. So thank you, Fili, and over to you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Fili Keita. I'm the founder and CEO of Agrowoman, Agriculture Women Entrepreneurship. So we are in cereals and oilseed processing. And as GoGettaz 2000 Impact Prize winner in 2021, it has been really helpful for me. It helped me to get access to coaching opportunity, and also it opened me doors like Value for Her. And back to my home country, I apply for Value for Her. Through this, I get a partnership with AGRA, and we work on women-to-women supply chain projects in 2022. And this creates partnership between my company and 20 women farmer cooperative. And I'm really thankful for GoGettaz, Generation Africa, and their partners. And it has been really helpful. And I invite you to do your best to sell the potential of your business. Thank you.
Thank you, Fili. So you can see we have fun and we work hard too. And so in this geographical journey, I want to take it back to East Africa and call upon Esther Kimani. She was the grand prize winner for 2022. Do we love Kenyans? So another round of applause for Esther.
Thank you, Amanda. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Esther Kimani. I'm the founder and CEO of Farmer Lifeline Technologies. First is to thank Generation Africa and all the partners, because by inspiring and awarding Esther Kimani, you inspired other young girls from Tigoni, which is a village where I was born, for them to dream that it's beyond their village. They can go beyond their village. They can go beyond Kenya, and their work can be appreciated. To the entrepreneurs in the room who are going to pitch, I know how it feels. And with every speaker, you take a deep breath and you breathe. I can see you breathing from here. But I would like to encourage you as well. There will be the ones who will be crowned as the winners. But for you who will not be crowned as the winner, the journey does not end here. And it doesn't mean that you don't have a viable business, only that you might not be ready or this opportunity was not for you. But don't be discouraged. There will be more opportunities. Oh, I've seen long faces. Just smile, keep smiling. There will be more opportunities, and feel free to reach out to the judges. And as you pitch, smile at them. They're also human like you, and they do appreciate a smile, isn't it, judges? Isn't it? So go easy on them, even as they pitch. And for the rest of us who will be listening, encourage them as much as you can. An applause means a lot to our innovator up here. Thank you so much, Amanda.
You know, she reminds me of a nursery rhyme that used to go, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Good. Amazing. You are an amazing delegation. And finally, we have one of our finalists from 2020, Ifeoluwa Olatayo. Are you in the room? So Ife is one of the beneficiaries of partnerships. She is also an Ayute winner through our partnership with Heifer International. And I will not speak much about what she stood to gain by being a top finalist. So you will hear it from her. Ife.
Thank you for the introduction, Amanda. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ifeoluwa Olatayo, and I'm the founder of Super Farmer Market and Super Kitchen Nigeria. Basically, at Super Farmer Market, we use USAID technology to leverage connecting farmers, especially rural farmers, to urban markets. My experience with Generation Africa dated back to 2020. It was the COVID year, and I could really tell that it's been inspiring and it's been rewarding as well. So considering that we had our interview online, from the point where I made it to the top 24 and we were being interviewed to the top 12, what I could sense from the judges was empathy and support. So especially the fact that you've not met these people, they really wanted to understand my idea. I was unfortunate that my internet was not working well, but they took it a step further. They wanted to really hear you. For other set of interviews, they could just tell, oh, bad luck, sorry, you're out of the game. But they came to WhatsApp, they just wanted to hear your idea. And alas, at the end of that process, I didn't make it, no award. And you know, in that kind of experience, this is particularly, I'm talking to the finalists now, for a young entrepreneur that has put so much into what you are doing, you feel not so good. But then Generation Africa team has changed the story for me, because that not having the grand prize didn't change anything for them. They gave me a lot of media attention, a lot of speaking engagement, a lot of connecting to investors in a way that really even propelled beyond what the 50,000 grand prize could do. So I just want to encourage you that it's not just about the money, it's about what comes after the money. Even the credibility that you being on the stage gives you goes far way beyond what you could think. I was interviewing for another prize by Jack Ma Foundation, and one of them mentioned, if you could make it to the finalists as a GoGettaz entrepreneur, then you're doing something right. They've done the due diligence on you, and so we could just easily pass you for this. So just look beyond what this could mean. Either you win or you win. you know that with Generation Africa, you continue to win. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Ifeoluwa. So you've seen the young people, you've heard from them, you've enjoyed the performance, and now I would like to invite the head of Generation Africa, Dickson Naftali.
Thanks, Amanda, and thanks for the entertainment. So I bring in the boring stuff now as an old folk, a little bit serious stuff, but there's never a dull moment at Generation Africa. So my name is Dickson Naftali. I'm the head of Generation Africa, and really happy to have you here. The room is full. The room has a lot of energy. I'm not going to go into long speeches. That's going to make our finalists a bit uncomfortable, but just wanted to mention a few things. So Generation Africa has 10 partners that have supported us through the journey. They include Syngenta Foundation, USAID, Yara International. They include Bayer, Cotiva, AgriScience, Econet Group, HEIFA International, the Norwegian Agency of Development Corporation, Sakau. Yeah, those are the ones. So just wanted to give a special applause to 3 organizations that have really been the co-founders of this. This is Yara International. The team is here. Svein Tore was here this morning, and we had a panel session. They've been very supportive. AGRA, of course, being the hosts of Generation Africa Secretariat, and Econet, and we have Kathy here representing Strive Masiua of Econet. All of you know Strive Masiua as an entrepreneur #1. So Generation Africa is currently celebrating its 5th year. And in the last decade, I can tell you that we have been able to grow arguably the biggest annual Agripreneurship competition in Africa. And I say this because we have invested $500,000 US directly into 35 young businesses by now, because every year we have a man and a woman-led business getting $50,000 US. We have reached, just with this 2023 competition, 7 million people, bringing 470,000 visitors to the Generation Africa website and our platform. And we have received applications from 43 countries, with 9 countries being represented on the 12 young people that will talk to you. So I would like to go straight and introduce you to the judges, but before I do that, just to say that the judges will be looking at 5 key things, and in their own professional careers, they know and feel how a good business is, but they will be guided by this criteria. You know, they will look at the most innovative business. Innovation is going to be part of this criteria. They will look at this business model and revenue, if it's going to generate money or if it looks sustainable going forward. They will look at the market traction. Is it going to elicit a market, the kind of business that is being pitched? And then they will look at the impact, both social and environmental impact. So socially, is it serving farmers, for example, and the social community? Environmental, of course, we know climate is an issue, climate challenge is an issue. And then lastly, they look at the team formation. How is this team formed? Do you look like you want to be a briefcase business, one-man show, or do you look like you want help from other people within your team, and how are you formulated? And so I'll allow the judges, I'll call them one by one, and just to say hello, introduce themselves quickly, say hello, and just say one word of encouragement to the young finalists. So I'll start with Marisa Soares, the Senior Vice President, Innovation and Impact at Yara International. Please, Marisa. Yeah, just put it on. Press, yeah.
Is it
yeah.
working? Okay, there. First of all, I'm super happy to be here. I was part of the team 5 years ago who started this journey, so it feels like I've come full circle now to being a judge. To all the agro-entrepreneurs, good luck. I know it's quite daunting, but we're here to support you. We're here to guide you, and we're looking forward to your presentations.
Excellent. Thanks, Marisa. We'll go to Dr. Kelley Cormier. She's the Food Safety Division Chief at the USAID.
Hello. I'm also very excited to be here. I want to wish you all good luck, as my colleague Marisa does, and just, you've got this.
Thanks, Kelley. We'll go to Jean Muthamia-Mwenda. Jean has been a judge before. She's the Global Lead Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship at SNV.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very excited to be here once again. And I'm so happy to see some of the winners that we were able to judge last year, and to see that they are still progressing with their entrepreneurial journey. I'm looking forward to engaging with the competitors this afternoon, and I wish them all the best. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks, Jean. We'll go to Mildred Nada Peter. She's the Head Public Affairs, Science and Sustainability Africa at Bayer.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Do we have young people in the house? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Again, my name is Mildred Nada Peter. I work for Bayer. What an exciting time to be in this agriculture ecosystem. You know, just hearing some of the great things that some of you are doing and some of you have done and continue to do is so inspiring. I think it's going to be, at the end of the day, like one of the speakers said, it's going to be a win-win. Either way, we all win. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks for those words, Mildred. Then we go to your right next neighbor, Agi Asime Konde, the Vice President, PID at AGRA.
Hello, good afternoon. Young people, excited to be here. This is my premier judging season, and I am excited. The energy I saw, we only need half as much on the farm. So I am excited of the opportunity, and I look forward to all the amazing ideas.
Thanks, Agi. Then we go to the gentleman, Jubilet Lema. He's a Senior Investment Analyst at Africa Opportunity Fund.
Hello, everyone. We are all excited to be here, especially in Tanzania. We have quite a few people from across the continent, and this is just the beginning, especially for all of us young people. It's an opportunity to do great and to show that agriculture is what it's meant to be in the continent. So all the best to all of you.
Thank you, Jubilee. That's a young judge right there. Then we go to Paul Newnham. He's the director at SDG2 Advocacy Hub. Welcome.
Thank you. It's super exciting to be here. The energy is amazing. I can feel it. The nerves must be high. I encourage you to take a deep breath. Bring that air in. Pinch your fingers. Take the nerves out. And you're going to all do great. So we're super excited to engage. This is a learning opportunity. We're all here together to really drive things forward. So thank you for having me.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And last but not least, we have Wamboi Chege. She's the Director, Agriculture at PANA, that's Pan-African, at the MasterCard Foundation.
Woohoo! So, afternoon everyone. So excited to be here. And really, to all the finalists, I just want you to know that we're rooting for you. We're here for you, and everyone is a winner. Good luck.
Excellent. Yes, what's that?
Last but not least.
Oh, sorry, last but not least. How could I forget my friend William Nyaoke? He's the director at No Fund. Please, William.
Thank you. It's good to be forgotten sometimes. Thanks, everyone. I think I won't use the word excited. I'm thrilled to be here, and I feel very privileged. I wish I was young anymore, but I'm not too far from you guys. My word is we're in this together. You're already bold to get to where you are now. And I think if you're talking about changing narratives, you're already changing the narrative. So whatever the outcome of today's event, everyone, we're all winners. And let's move Africa forward.
Excellent. Thank you very much, William. And now I hand you over to another exciting session. Sherrie Silver is back. She was here as an entertainer, but now she's here as our MC for the rest of the day. Welcome, Sherrie.
Thank you, Dickson. Thank you. And another round of applause for the head of Generation Africa, Mr. Dickson Naftali. So my name is Sherrie Silver, as mentioned. I'm a United Nations IFAD advocate for rural youth. So being here means so much to me. I really care about the rural youths, and part of working with IFAD means listening to your stories and letting leaders know what needs to be done so that we can have the future that we deserve. And you might be thinking, this girl with her British accent, what does she know about rural youths, right? Well, actually, I grew up in farming. So like many of you, my grandfather was a farmer, and my grandmother was also a farmer. She used to grow yams, bananas, matoke, all of these delicious things. So I used to look at farming as something that is just for old people, to be honest, and villages. But then growing up and then working with IFAD, like I've seen that this can actually become a business, and I've had the opportunity to visit many farmers who we have so many successful stories, like one farmer in Cameroon called Gabriel, who was able to buy his mother and his father a house through chicken farming. So I really encourage you to keep up what you're doing. And I just love that we're coming up with all these new solutions to farming. So well done, guys. Give you a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. So actually, this is not my first year at Generation Africa. This is actually also a very special year for Generation Africa and the GoGettaz Agripreneur Prize finale. This year we're celebrating our 5th birthday. Give that a round of applause. Now this is really important because our 5th birthday marks 5 years of support for amazing and inspirational young agripreneurs. So well done, guys. Now, this is the second year that Mr. Dickson and I have actually had to exchange places, and he's covered for me while I prepare for the performance. So thank you very much. I think we might need to take this show on the road. But first, I think you'll need to learn how to beatbox and dance the guara guara. Yeah? Okay, good. So next year, you're gonna see him doing the guara guara. I hope. Right. So, I'm really excited, and it's time for the real action. This is the Generation Africa GoGettaz Agripreneur Prize finale. Woo! So without further ado, please welcome to the stage our first agripreneur, Jennifer Muthike from Dudu Masters, Kenya.
Good afternoon. My name is Muthike Jennifer. I'm an insect farmer, an entomologist by profession, and I do care. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Muthike Jennifer. I'm an insect farmer, an entomologist by profession, and I do care about the livelihood of our farmers. Now, according to the United Nations Environment Program, excessive over-reliance on agrochemicals is the most severe pollution threat that is facing humanity today. Nutrient runoffs from farms laced with agrochemicals has negatively affected our land ecosystems, polluting our water bodies while exposing human health to very high risks. And imagine the children of these farmers having to play and drink this polluted water. What will be the long-term effect on their health status? Through our insect technology, we are helping resolve this by providing an organic fertilizer called Kijani Vermicompost. Kijani Vermicompost is made from organic waste, that is food waste, animal manure, and post-harvest waste that is fed to the insects for bioconversion. We are currently working with two types of insects, the black soldier flies and redworms. Now, the main impact here is Kijani Vermicompost is sustainable and affordable to our farmers. Bag goes for $17, enabling farmers to save up to 40% on their cost of inputs. Our research has proven that Kijani Vermicompost helps in boosting crop yields by up to 30%. This generally leads to farmers increasing their profit margins, maximizing their capital, as well as improving their livelihood. This also has enabled these farmers to be able to afford basic human needs like food, health, and education for their children. We're also offering capacity building to 5,000 students from our partner schools, where we are training them on regenerative agriculture and insect farming. Our business model entails direct sales of the Kijani Vermicompost, farmer trainings, and sales of the insects and worms as starter kits. Now, our main customers are horticulture and coffee farmers from central Kenya. We recently partnered with Kenjiro Coffee Cooperative Society that will be off-taking 500 tons of the Kijani Vermicompost annually. This will help us to increase our annual revenues by 400%. Now, in order to meet this demand, we are fundraising $50,000. % of these funds will enable us to roll out our decentralized production unit so that we can be able to increase our production capacity as well as bring our products closer to the farmers. 30% of these funds will enable us to be able to set up a breeding facility for production of the insects, and 20% will be used to help set up our rolling capacity as well as working capital. We are a team of experts with 13 years experience in nanotechnology, entomology, and business management. Now, dear judges, we do welcome you to come and join us on our mission to revolutionize the agriculture industry in Africa using insects. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Well done, Jennifer. That sounds really amazing. I would like to hand over to the judges for some questions.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And great pitch. Question from me. What would you say is your biggest barrier to scale today, besides the money?
So our greatest barrier currently is with the issues of logistics in terms of waste. So we normally have this notion that everywhere there is waste, but until you're on ground and you're looking for 100 tons of waste and you cannot afford it, or you cannot actually afford the logistics to bring your waste to your production unit. And that's why we are rolling out the decentralized production units, whereby now we are taking this technology closer to where the waste productions is.
Any further questions?
Yes, I've got a question. Well done. This is really a great pitch, and I would just like to understand from a competition perspective, is there, you talked a bit about scale, selling kits. Is there any competition in the market at the moment that would be a challenge for you in terms of driving scale?
I didn't quite get the question.
In terms of the market at the moment, is
Yeah.
there anyone doing a very similar thing that you're competing with in terms of driving scale on this venture?
Yes, we do have competitors. For example, in Kenya, we do have two companies, Synergy and InsectiPro. But now our model is kind of different. We are working with schools whereby we are trying to bridge the knowledge gap between academia and the practical world. And we are doing this by empowering the young generation, that is the students from these schools, so that we can be able to make them understand that, yes, insect farming can be used to revolutionize agriculture in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Well done, Jennifer.
Thank you so much.
All the best. Up next, we're going to Cameroon. Any Cameroonians in the house? Are you clapping because you're from Cameroon or because you like Cameroon? Okay, I think it's because you like Cameroon. Okay, that counts also. That's amazing. So next, we have Pelkins Ajano from Kasvita, Cameroon. All the best.
Climate change and the Russian war in Ukraine have triggered a significant grain scarcity in Africa, pushing the continent towards the brink of a dire food insecurity crisis. My name is Pelkins Ajano, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Kasvita, where we believe that right here in Africa, we do have a viable alternative in an indigenous fruit vegetable known as cassava. Unlike wheat and maize that are intolerant to heat and water stress, cassava is climate resilient. However, despite its critical role in eradicating food insecurity in Africa, cassava deteriorates only 3 days after harvest, keeping a majority of the 10 million smallholder cassava farmers in Africa in extreme poverty. At Kasvita, we've invented a breakthrough biotechnology for increasing the shelf life of cassava from 3 days to 18 months. We named this technology BioBath, a first of its kind technology. BioBath is a microbial culture in which freshly rooted cassava tubers are treated for a few hours after harvest. Our business model involves identifying cassava farming communities, buying the cassava from them, treating cassava with a biobath that we install in a decentralized manner in these farming communities, transporting the treated tubers to a centralized facility where they are transformed through a proprietary process into wheat alternative flour products that we sell to multinational businesses like Unilever. By leveraging this technology, we've been able to empower over 1,000 farmers that we work with by minimizing post-harvest loss and also connecting them to the global markets. I invented Kasvita's technology after 5 years of research. I was raised by a cassava farming grandmother, and despite growing up in a rural community in Cameroon, my love for science and technology took me to MIT, where I got my undergraduate degree. Afterwards, I got to get a double master's at Harvard, an MBA, and a master's in biotechnology. Kasvita's technology was perfected and patented in labs at MIT and Harvard. The rest of our team has over a combined experience, 10 years of experience working in biotechnology from institutions like Cameroon's Institute for Agricultural Research and Development, as well as combined 10 years of experience working in building farmers' relationships from grassroots organizations like the World Food Programme. Join us on this mission to leverage proprietary technology to empower farming communities and to eradicate food insecurity in Africa. With the GoGettaz Fund, we hope to set up 5 more bioprocessing units that would use to empower over 2,500 farmers. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Wow. Let's hand over to the judges.
Me again. Okay, Falcons. Looking at Kasvita today, and if you had to project into the future, do you see the viability of biotechnology into other crops?
Yes, we do, especially other crops that have a similar spoilage mechanism like cassava. Because the way cassava deteriorates is because once it's in the ground, there are certain organic compounds that are responsible for the spoilage that are produced. So once it's uprooted, the feedback cycle is actually broken, and that's what leads to the buildup of these compounds, and that's responsible for spoilage. This is not only true for cassava, it's true for other root vegetables, like yams and others that are indigenous in Africa. So we're looking forward to leveraging this technology with other root vegetables as well, because the future of Kasvita is to be a technology company that solves the problem of post-harvest loss and also empowers local communities. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Recently, Kasvita has attracted, I'm here. I was right in front of you. Yes, so Kasvita has attracted some funding, at least, right? You've been able to attract some funding. So why the 50,000 from GoGettaz? Why?
Yeah, so the first thing about it is, I think I'll respond to that with a quote from one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Fred Swaniker. He said, for the people that are fortunate enough to get a good education, to have a good health, and to be part of powerful networks, shouldn't be solving small problems in the world. They should be solving the biggest problems in the world because of the advantage that they have. The Russian war in Ukraine and climate crisis have created a huge food insecurity crisis in Africa. To solve this problem, we don't only have to partner with one person. We have one investor who's giving us money, but the problem we're trying to solve is very ambitious. There's over 3 million metric tons of food shortage in Africa as a result of climate change and the Russian war in Ukraine. This is a mega project. This is like a mega, very ambitious vision that we think that by partnering with Generation Africa and being part of the winners of this competition, we'll be having the right stakeholders to solve a problem that is big enough that only one stakeholder is not suitable enough to solve. Thank you.
Wow. You know, when I read the name Kasvita, I immediately became hungry because I knew it had something to do with cassava, and that's one of my favorite foods, especially being from East Africa. So well done for everything that you're doing, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So next, we have Patience Ben from Farm Avi Agro, Nigeria. All the best.
Hello, everyone. My name is Patience Wanaben, CEO and co-founder of Agro, a Nigerian social enterprise and agri-tech startup, where we create value and impact through processing of agricultural and wood waste into high-value products. Nigeria generates an estimated 15 million tons of cassava peels and sawdust waste yearly, most of which get piled-ups in heaps and burned, thereby emitting dangerous greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. In Farmavi, we have been able to identify the value addition opportunity, which convert waste management, reduction, and value creations in ways that increase the value of cassava peels and sawdust waste, This is what we use to produce our fertilizer and mushrooms. By taking this waste and using it to produce these two products, we have been able to fight climate change, improve soil fertility with our fertilizer for smallholder farmers, tackle malnutrition that affects children under 5, pregnant women, and the elderly, and also create jobs opportunity for these women, increase their incomes because they earn less than $1, now they earn $15. The global market size for this product are estimated $50 billion, while the current demand for mushrooms in Nigeria is estimated 2,000 tons, and supply stand at less than 500 tons. And Nigeria has an estimated 60 million smallholder farmers, majority of whom might no longer be able to afford the price increase in fertilizer. We generate revenue from the sales of our mushrooms and fertilizers. And since we have been able to scale this product in the past 6 months, we have reached a revenue total of $5,780 with a profit of $2,840. Our target market includes hotels, restaurants, retail stores, mushroom farmers, and smallholder farmers. And our business is B2B and B2C. We are projecting a dramatic increase from $30,000 by the end of next year to $140,000 by the end of 2027. 50% of the money will be deployed towards expansion into 5 additional agro-waste processing clusters. By this, we are able to create more jobs for these women, more incomes for them, and then it will keep down the cost of our productions, and it will let us produce more. And the rest will deploy towards equipment, marketing, and also for us to produce more products to be able to scale. My team, myself, the CEO, a serial entrepreneur and a food processor, and my co-founder, Ayola, which is here with me. She's also a serial entrepreneur and food processor. And my other team, waste management, marketing director, and our lead waste manager. We invite you to join us on this journey to put a smile on these women, empower women to empower other women. Thank you.
How? Let's hand over to the judges for some questions.
Yeah, thank you very much, Farmer V Agro. Well done. With the supply chain challenges that we know is not only specific to agriculture or the value chain in Nigeria, how do you really entail to scale? What is your specific go-to-market strategy?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Our go-to marketing strategies involve small farmers order, and also for us to be able to scale, because cassava peels is being generated daily, it doesn't stop. So as it is, we are going to create more revenue, because every day and every time cassava peel processing are being handling in Nigeria.
Thank you. I've got a question. Just so it's building on what you were just talking about. So, in terms of you've described the peels, the sawdust. It's coming constantly. How are you looking at collecting, bringing that together? If this does scale and you do go to size, continue to grow. How are you going to bring those waste products together? What collection processes are there? Is there partners that you've developed? In that sense.
Okay. We have Agrowoman farmers program, which enable us to reach out to farmers and these women, and in that way, we give them this mushrooms and fertilizer in a subsidized price. And also, come again with the next question. Sorry.
Just so, as you grow, how are you going to get more of these peels? So you're getting some from these women, okay. But what are the other sources or partners that you're looking at to actually get that content?
Okay, how we're able to get these skills. Okay, by going into 5 additional cassava processing cluster, in that way, we will be able to get more waste, more partner from these processing factories that produce the cassava. Thank you.
Okay. No, that's great.
Well done, Patience. Now we're going to Zimbabwe. Our next agripreneur is called Tafadzwa Chikwereti. I hope I said your name right because I've been practicing. Ah, yes. Thank you. Coming up. All the best.
One, two. Hello, my name is Tafadzwa Chikwereti, one of the co-founders at eAgro. But before I get into that, let me take you back to my primary school days, where we would go to the field day in, day out, toiling as smallholder farmers in a small village in northern Katanga. But at the end of the season, we barely had anything to show for it. This was because we lose up to 40% of our crops due to pest, diseases, and poor agronomic practices, which we got from our grandparents as generational information. Now, this is the situation with over 25 million smallholder farmers in Southern Africa. This is keeping them trapped as smallholder farmers in the poverty trap. Now, when I got to university, I met with Golden and Tafadzwa, who were doing agronomy and software engineering. We then combined our skill sets and focused on creating CropFix, which is a WhatsApp and a text-based chatbot that assists these smallholder farmers in automatically detecting pests and diseases and providing curated agronomic services to them on a weekly basis. Now, what we're doing is we're combining all this complicated technology, such as satellite imagery, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, and bundling it in a service that smallholder farmers can easily access, afford, and rely on. Now, our trademark system has been trained with over 200,000 images covering over 30 pests and diseases that are prevalent in Southern Africa. This has allowed us to service over 28,000 smallholder farmers in Zambia and Zimbabwe. That is great, right? Now, moving on, with our current partnerships that we have with the Zimbabwe Farmers Union and Harvest, it allows us to be able to lower our customer acquisition cost and offer our service as low as 50 cents per month for these smallholder farmers. Now, if we do win the prize money, we plan to be able to use that 40% of that to lower our customer acquisition cost and increase our technological scope. This will make sure that we reduce the price from the current 50 cents per month to 30 cents per month for the smallholder farmers. The other 40% will be focused more on increasing our team size to be able to focus on the partnerships that I've mentioned earlier. Now, the rest of the 20% will be improving the customer journey and improving customer onboarding for the smallholder farmers. Now, our team comprises of data scientists, agronomists, software developers, and other skill sets that make our team perfectly poised to be able to take this startup as a global and as a Southern Africa market leader in precision farming for smallholder farmers. We also have an advisory system that comprises of ex-CEOs and the CEO of Vel Microfinance. We have tapped into their network experience to be able to leverage these partnerships and grow our startup in the last 2 years. Now, help me to be able to help the smallholder farmers break free from this poverty cycle through a platform that is easy, fast, reliable, and convenient for these smallholder farmers. Thank you.
Well done. Over to the judges.
Tafadzwa, that was an excellent presentation. Thank you very much. A lot of energy. I wanted to first of all let you know that I see a lot of potential for this product to increase the availability of safe, nutritious foods, which is so essential to healthy diets, which is the goal of food systems transformation. And I hear you talk about expansion and the potential for expansion, and you have a good sense of who your customers could be. Tell us a little bit more about how you will differentiate, how you will help your customers differentiate between your product and some of your competitors.
All right, so one key thing that makes us differentiate ourselves is the ease of accessibility of our platform. We're leveraging platforms that We're leveraging on platforms that smallholder farmers are already using, such as WhatsApp and text messages. We're also leveraging unique data sets that covers over 200,000 images that is specific to our crops. We've also been able to manage to leverage a high accuracy in pest detection of over 89%, which is very rare in our field of using efficient learning of identifying multiple disease spectrum.
All right, I have a follow-up question. Thank you so much for your presentation. I have looked through your concept note and it's quite interesting, the ideas that you have there. The question I have is on your team composition. As a startup business or enterprise, I think it's very important that you have your financial functions intact or well articulated from the word go. But when I look at your team composition, and you have just mentioned it now, it seems more of technical people and lacking on the specialization on the finance side of things. Could you please tell us how you want to, or rather how you plan to manage that? Particularly as you're pitching to potential investors, obviously they want to make sure that your business is viable, it's feasible, but it also has a strong foundation that is, can be quality assured by all means. So if you can talk to that, please.
Thank you for that question. So as I mentioned earlier in of our pitches, in one of the breakdown of the use of the funds, we want to increase our team scope by the 40%. That will also include bringing in people that are experts in financial management. Currently, at the moment, what we're doing is, my father is a retired farmer. He was the CEO of Milagri. We're leveraging his expertise in financial management, and he does that for us pro bono. So we currently have that covered. But as we scale and partner with bigger organizations, that's one of our strategies, to hire people that are more expertise in financial management and financial knowledge as one of our key breakdowns.
Very, very good. Well done. And all the best.
Thank you.
So next, I would like to welcome Hasina Andrea Situhaina from Madagascar. And her company is called Mad Arom.
Hi, I'm Asna Jetstwen, the founder and the manager of Madarom in Madagascar. In the southeast region of Madagascar, we can meet interested people. We can meet people like Shanine. Shanine has been a clove grower during 50 years, but she has so many frustrations. So many frustrations like a low crop yields from traditional farming practices, a lack of access to the market, to the credit, and the inability to transport her products. But on top of that, every year, cyclones pass and destroy crop plantations. These problems brought two solutions. Madarom is a company which supports small-scale producers to develop agroforestry systems and to produce spices and aromatic plants. We transport, collect, and transform these raw materials from small-scale producers into essential oils. In terms of impact and innovations, we work with around 2,000 small-scale producers, and we create more than 1,000 jobs for mothers in rural area like Shanine. During food processing, post-harvest processing of spices. We develop agroforestry system to preserve and restore the soil and the biodiversity of Madagascar. We can then support small-scale producers to be more resilient after climate disasters like cyclones. We earn money by wholesaling these essential oils on the local market to industries. Our customers are food industries, cosmetics, therapeutics, and perfume industries, which are really interested on authentic product from Madagascar. This funding will enable us to improve our supply chain system with producers, where 30% will be used to set up collection points with producers, 30% will be used to improve our production systems of oils, and 40% will be used to set up organic and Fair for Life certifications with producers. Our team is made up of 8 employees, and we have expertise on management, chemistry, food industries, and value chain development with producers. Thank you.
Thank you, Hasina, and all the best. Let's hand over to the judges for some questions, please.
Congratulations on such an innovative idea. You mentioned in your pitch that one of the main challenges you have is accessing international markets. Just wondering how you've been able to leverage technology to open up these markets, since you sell to perfume makers and the like.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that questions. In fact, our business model is a B2B, so right now we are prospecting clients by B2B, but we don't have yet a website.
Excellent. Hasina, thank you very much for a very ambitious idea. I have one question for you. You mentioned that your target market is the food and beverage, cosmetic, and perfume industries. Could you share with us the size of that market and what your ambition in terms of market share will be by when? And of the flavors, of the samples you've given us, could you tell us which will be your most profitable and entry place? Thank you.
Thank you for that questions. We have so many products. The more profitable is vetiver, cloves, ginger, and what else? And that's it.
And what's the size of the market, and what is your share ambition? That was my first question. Thank you.
In fact, we try to improve our. We want to prospect. Sorry for my English. My first language is French. We try to prospect clients all around the world, and
you can speak in French.
In French.
Yeah. Respond in French if you're more comfortable.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Alors, nous souhaitons vraiment chercher des clients à l'étranger. Et pour faire ça, nous devons mettre en place un site web pour pouvoir les prospecter, pour pouvoir les trouver. Et donc, à part ça, nous devons également augmenter nos capacités de production parce que les importateurs veulent une grande quantité, alors que nous ne produisons que des petites quantités. Et voilà. Donc.
Merci. And that's as far as my French goes. Well done. So, it's going really well, isn't it?
Okay.
I hope you're all feeling very inspired, because I am. So next, I'm going to invite Martin Denbaki from Eco-Friendly Incubator Co. Sierra Leone.
Thank you. Before I start, I will get back to this. And my name is Muthamia-Mwenda, and CEO and founder at Eco-Friendly Incubator Company and Local Animal Feed Processing Company. We are set to provide an innovative and technological solution in the field of poultry farming. Do you know that according to global trade, African import 155 million eggs a year, worth to 40 million US dollar according to the global trade. And in my country alone, we import 40,000 million worth of chicken product. That is not a sustainable plan for Africa to achieve the SDGs. What does that mean? It means that Africans rely on importation of chicken products into Africa. The problem became more worse during COVID-19. We are all flights, we are restricted, and poultry farmers, we are out of their old chicks, especially the SDG poultry farmers. That we are out of feed and nutritional product. And by then, a farmer called Niyomwungere, who lost 2,000 birds in just 2 days because of access to quality nutritional poultry feed. That set them back to zero. But with our solution, we bring smile into their faces, and also we bring income into their pocket. We design and develop rechargeable incubators that can recharge itself, and also it can operate through GSM system, and it is renewable energy. And through our impact, we have created sustainable employment and national revenue generation, and empower youth and women in agriculture to boost up nutrition and food security in the country. And we have developed and designed 35 incubators and sold to profit farmers. And also we have processed 1,500 metric tons of organic feed. And also we have processed 150,000 metric tons of organic fertilizer from the chicken drop, and use it as for the vegetable farmers. And also would be our business model. We design and sell the incubator at $1.5 and say $1,000 and 250 capacity incubator. And also we process the feed and sell it to farmers at $0.5. And also we process the organic waste and organic fertilizer and sold it to vegetable farmers at $0.3. And we have a unique and winning this competition, we enable us to expand our production capacity to 60%, where we expand our poultry and poultry farm, and also we will expand our we will expand our vaccination center, and also we will expand and grow up with we will develop more incubators and train up farmers. And our team, we have a team and we have a unique team that is set to work with. We have Marisa that have experience on financing, and also we have Asme Muthamia-Mwenda, electrical engineer, the CEO, and also Jeremiah Gbori, electrical engineer. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Over to the judges.
Hi, Martin.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Martin.
Yes, ma'am.
I like that. Question to you, Martin.
Yes, sir.
I think he wants you to see what he's working with.
Showcase the system. That is why I give you the numbers.
Thank you. And thanks a lot for the presentation. And
okay.
It's good to see what the product looks like.
Yeah.
Good job. Question, actually, I have two questions, and I want to make it very short. One is, what is your core product? Because you've talked about 3 different things, or maybe 4. So I'm not sure whether this is the core product, or is it day-old chicks, or is it feed, or is it fertilizer? What problem are you really solving? Number 1. And number 2, can you just briefly touch on your unit economics? I hear the top line, but I'm not sure whether you're actually making money from those numbers. Just briefly about your unit economics from the different.
Okay, thank you very much. And we design and develop rechargeable incubators because the problem we find out in Sierra Leone, my country, and we normally import day-old chicks. And people normally import incubators also. So we develop this locally made incubator that is affordable. Also, and it's not only the incubator is the problem, access to the feed and also access to and fatter eggs. So that is why we develop our own crossbreed chickens so that we can have a value chain production.
Okay, how about the unit economics?
Come again?
In terms of your cost structure, how for example, this one, how much does it cost you to produce this?
This and it cost me $800. I sold it at $1,000, the 250 capacity incubator.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Martin.
Yeah.
And,
how are you?
Good. And thank you so much for your very, very interesting presentation. William asked my question, actually.
Thank you.
So it's a bit related, and I have two questions. I'll be very, very quick.
Okay.
The first is because your business model has several streams of revenue. You've got the incubators that you are building.
Yes.
You've then got the organic feed.
Yes.
This one. And you've also got organic fertilizer.
Organic fertilizer, yes.
In your pitch, you also talked about the poultry farm, scaling it up. You also talked about setting up a vaccination center,
yes.
Training farmers, and of course, building more incubators.
Yes.
So the question is, if you were to win the $50,000, where do you get the most bang for your buck? And that's a question about scaling. Where do you see the most growth coming from out of all those areas that you've highlighted? My second one is around crossbreed chicken, and just wondering how healthy they are. Are they genetically modified?
Yes.
It wasn't very clear in your in your concept note. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And just like the crossbreed chickens, we normally do with the crossbreed chickens, like we have 500 crossbreed chickens we have developed for so that we can have farmers can have access to the fatter eggs, because the challenges we find out in the poultry industry in Africa, and normally 40 farmers do not have access to fatter eggs that can work with incubators. They normally import fatter eggs to so that is why we come up with this initiative to develop our own crossbreed chickens so that farmers can rely on their own. And also, yes, ma, the other question, the last question, I do not.
If you won the 50,000 out of all the your revenue streams, where would you get the most return, the highest return?
Yeah, and by developing the rechargeable incubators, and also developing more crossbreed chickens, have access to good fatter eggs into Africa. Yeah.
Well done. And all the best. So now we're actually going back to Kenya again. Kenya in the house. You're doing very well. I would like to invite Patrice Wachira from Patvision Recycling Enterprise Kenya. All the best.
Can you imagine 1 out of the 3 spoons of food you eat are the result of bees? Over 75% of the Kenya's agricultural output depends on the key role of the smallholder farmers. Lucy is one of the 85% of farmers who need beehives to keep bees for the pollination of their crops to increase yields. However, there's a problem. These beehives are made of timber. Hence, they are frequently attacked by pests and affected by extreme weather conditions, resulting to damage. This means they require frequent repairs and replacement. You can imagine frequently repairing a beehive with bees. In addition, these beehives contribute to deforestation. To solve this, we innovated the construction of beehives from recycled plastic waste. We are melting the waste to construct the beehives without polluting the environment. These beehives are not affected by extreme weather conditions and are not attacked by pests. Hence, the farmer gets to save on the upfront cost because the beehives are cheaper, saving him $20, and the long-term cost because they don't require frequent repairs and replacement. In addition, when the beehives are damaged, the farmer returns them for us to refurbish them for reuse. Through beekeeping training, we are impacting 4,300 bee farmers who are benefiting from increased pollination and crop yields, hence boosting local economies. We promote gender inclusivity, and that is how Lucy and others joined us. They were trained on modern beekeeping, and now they are earning an income from the sale of bee products such as honey, improving their livelihoods. We are diverting 2.5 metric tons of plastic waste from our landfills every year through recycling, and we are hiring the waste pickers to collect it for us. Our business model is B2C, and we gain our revenues from the sale of beehives. In the past 2 years, we sold 2,153 beehives, making a revenue of $41,097. We acquire our customers from digital marketing, referrals, and other farmers' forums. With approximately 7.5 million smallholder farmers in Kenya, the need for efficient crop pollination through beekeeping is immense. By introducing our beehives, we aim to tap into a target market of 90,340 bee farmers, potentially impacting 85% of those who are struggling with the timber beehives. With the price of $50,000, 45% will go to acquisition of equipments for us to increase our production capacity to serve more farmers like Lucy. 20% will go to farmer training and workshops for them to learn about sustainable beekeeping. And that 5% will go to product development and market expansion. I have an able team of 10 experts with a combined 30 years of experience in both modern beekeeping and waste recycling. My name is Patrice Washira, and I'm the founder of Patvention Limited. Keep the bees means save our food for the future. The hum of bees is the voice of the garden. Thank you.
Well done, Patrice. That was amazing to listen to you. Over to the judges, please.
Thank you so much, Patrice, and very, very well done on your very interesting business. I'm here. So actually you answered one of my questions as you were talking, because I was wondering whether recycled plastic is recyclable. And you said that you are refurbishing and reusing and reselling, I assume. Okay. So for scaling, and as you're looking to scale, you talked about a market potential of about 90,000. Could you tell us and tell the audience about the competitive landscape of this market in Kenya and how you're planning to beat the competition?
Okay, that's a very good question. Most of our competitors construct the beehives using timber. And that's why we'll be the first to introduce the waste recycled product, the beehives. And one of the value that we are giving the farmers for us to choose us is the beehives having the ability, not requiring frequent repairs and replacement, and also saving their cost. And in addition, we follow up on our customers and give them other value-added services, like ensuring they have honey, they have a market for their honey. In case because most of them fear bees, they need someone to do the harvesting for them. We are there for them. Have I answered your question?
Not quite.
Yes.
Tell us about your competitors and the competitive landscape.
Okay. We have around 10 competitors in Kenya, and they're mostly making the timber beehives. So for the waste recycled beehives, we currently don't have any competitor. Yes.
Congratulations on the great work you've done so far.
Thank you.
Just a follow-up question on the question raised by my fellow judge. What is the price difference in terms of percentage between the wooden beehives and the plastic beehives? Is there a cost saving at purchase by farmers?
Yes. We are saving the farmer $20 per each hive they buy, yes.
And then a second question for me is, how many kilograms of recycled plastics go into one beehive that you make?
10 kilos.
10?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Well done. Next up, I would like to introduce Imani Colombe from Hatch Plus Rwanda, my country.
Thank you. Since I started speaking, more than 6,000 chickens has been consumed globally. That's a good number, isn't it? But you may wonder which share does Africa possess in that consumption? Less than 10%. Oh, that's too small. Yet Africa possesses 15 million poultry farms with 80% smallholders. And this makes Africa below the global average on animal protein consumption. Consequently, it exposes 200 million Africans to face hunger. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bora Imani. I'm co-founder and CEO of Hatch Plus. Smallholders face three main challenges. The first one, a shortage of day-old chicks, which makes Africa import 60% of them. Secondly, feeds are very expensive, accounting 7% of farm production costs. Lastly, they lack central technical skills to run their farm successfully. At Hatch Plus, we address those three problems by offering three solutions into one package tailored for African smallholders. We deliver premium quality chicks from our solar hatching stations, which is deployed on a village level. In addition, we provide rich nutrient feeds, which are fortified by cricket, insects raised in our farm. To cater for farming skills, we developed an automated system which sends timely SMS notification to smallholders with the most crucial farming tips and techniques. And these range from vaccination to feeding routines and biosecurity practices. That's amazing, isn't it? Guess what? For only 45 cents, you get a package of 3. 1 day-old chick from our solar hatching station. Adequate feeds for 45 days. And you get a 3-month subscription to our automated system. That's good, okay? We are seeking for $50,000 to fund our scaling ambitions. With this money, we are able to establish 20 more stations to cater for new 13,000 smallholders. Our core team consists of 6 managerial executives and 4 officers, which present a combined experience of 35 years. They have diverse expertise in animal sciences, business management, and computer sciences. I present 8 years experience from Rwanda's biggest hatchery. Dear judges, I would like to ask you one question. Which came first, a hen or an egg? You either try to respond to this question, or you can invest $50,000 to Hatch Plus to solve Africa's most pressing issues. Thank you.
So let's hand over to the judges to answer that question, please. We would like to give it a go.
I know it's $1 million question, but I can say that I love chicken.
Thank you. I love you too.
Is that a bribe? Okay. Very exciting project, and I love the quality of your products and your solution. My one question is, I actually had to read again, 45 cents. Is it US cents, yeah?
Yes.
How do you keep the cost so low?
So actually, we have,
for accessing the 3.
Yeah, actually, poultry market is very, very competitive. And if you don't offer a very competitive price and the real value for money to smallholders, then you're out of the market. So we have to find out how we can juggle with the prices and our cost of production. First, we reduce almost 40% of our production cost of the chicks, which is going to the energy because we are using fully solar energy. And we are able to serve the underserved one in rural and remote areas where there is no grid energy. Secondly, on the feeds, I said in our farm that we are raising cricket insect. And most part of the feeds is protein, which almost is 60%. And we are using 10% only from our cricket insect because we fortify with the flour that we produce in our farm. Thirdly, we minimize the farm expenses by 40%. How is this? Because modern farming techniques are very essential to have a successful farm. And that is the most common problems to smallholders, not the large one. I know there are big fishes here. But our system sends a well-tailored SMS notification to smallholders. And these help us to reduce the farm expenses. So currently, we have a production cost of 32 cents, and we are selling on 45 cents, and we are making 13 cents. Thank you.
Thank you. And you've answered a lot of the questions that I was just going to ask about the scale. In terms of the investment costs for the machines, you take the machines around, or they're stuck in one location? And so how much does the machine itself cost if you're going to continue to scale units?
I would like to answer this question by going back. You know, we didn't start it like this. Actually, we started by producing this machine while I graduated from mechatronics engineering. And I thought, okay, let me solve the problems, because it is a responsibility of Africans to own the problems of Africa. So that's the way only we can escape the colonization. That was my thinking, because I was very young and enthusiastic, and I thought, oh, I'm going to solve this problem. And what happens, I manufactured these machines, and they end up almost to $1,000 and $1,500 of the cost. And I want to solve the problem of smallholders, and there is no affordability. So I sold almost 600 units, and it was to medium, large scale smallholders, holders. And I thought, no, this is not the right ones that I want to solve the problem for, because I have a personal connection with smallholders. And I start with different advisors, and we find a way we can have a win-win situation with us and smallholders. We started by leasing, and we end up thinking like, you know, which value do we need to provide? A smallholder needs which value? Is it a machine or chicks? We thought, no, let's not lease. Let's provide chicks to them. So we are now taking our stations nearby, no more than 1 kilometer square in the proximity of smallholders. And they are even run by other smallholders, because our business model is B2B2C. We have outreach partners who get 5% commission from learning and operating our machines. Thank you. I hope I responded well.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges.
Okay.
As a fellow Rwandan, I just want to say that I'm so proud of you, and thank God I'm not a judge. All the best. So I would like to welcome next onto the stage Margaret Wanjiku from Pollen Patrollers, Kenya.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Good luck.
Did you know that bees pollinate a third of the food you eat? However, according to the United Nations, 40% of bee colonies collapse annually, 60% in Africa, and this is not different in my country, Kenya. My name is Margaret Wanjiku. I'm the CEO and founder of Pollen Patrollers. At the age of 9 months, my parents took me from Nairobi to go live up country with my grandparents. This was due to unavoidable circumstances. Having lived with my grandparents for years, I have come to appreciate the importance of agriculture. At the university, I studied community development, and during my field extension works, I was able to interact with farmers and beekeepers who educated me more on the importance of bees in pollination. Pollen Patrollers is an all-women founded startup that leverages technology to help beekeepers keep healthy bees, and we also offer precise pollination for small-scale farmers. How are we able to do this? We have developed a patented smart device that goes for for a month. The device leverages IoT technology to be able to capture detailed information such as temperature, humidity, foraging activities, and even movements inside the hive. This information is sent to our beekeepers via a simple SMS on their phones. For precise pollination, that goes for $25 an acre until pollination is completed. We connect beekeepers and small-scale farmers. The beekeepers deliver the bees to the farms, and through our precise pollination technology that is powered by artificial intelligence, we are able to map up the whole farm to ensure that it has been pollinated effectively. In Kenya, we have 100,000 beekeepers. We target to work with 50% of these. We are also looking to serve about 1.2 million small-scale farmers in Kenya by the end of 2025. We have had a great success in boosting food security in Africa. Beekeepers using our device have recorded a 33% increase in their revenue. Small-scale farmers using our precise pollination have recorded a 50% increase in their crop yields. And we've also been able to train farmers on sustainable agriculture practices. In fact, our theory of change targets their practices, knowledge, and even attitudes. On the environmental front, we are stopping about 127 tons of CO2 from being emitted. This calculation has been done at impactfocus.com. Socially, through our initiative dubbed #Pollen Patrollers for Her, we are training women and girls in the rural areas on how to feed, handle, and even service our devices. In fact, we employed over 11 girls as our field agents. Our team consists of passionate women, headed by myself, with a 25 years experience in agriculture and engineering. With our ask of $50,000, 50% of this will go to production of our devices, 20% will go to research and development, 20% will go to trainings and monitor evaluation, and then 10% will go to hiring. Please join us, because if we don't have bees to pollinate our farms, this means that there's no life on Earth. Thank you.
Well done, Margaret. Let's hand over to the judges.
Thank you, Margaret. I'm right here. I think you're solving a very interesting problem. Yeah. For instance, vanilla is one of the most valuable crops out there, which is hand-pollinated, mostly because the bees that can do the pollination can only survive in Mexico. Have you looked into a problem like this? Can Mexican bees adapt to African conditions? Because if you're able to do that, then you will bring up a very interesting solution and valuable product to vanilla farmers across Africa. Is this something you've looked at?
Okay, so since we are still in Kenya, we are still scaling in Kenya so that we can be able to move to other parts. We are working with African bees, and they are able to survive in the African weather conditions. So before we decide scaling to other parts where we can use the Mexican bees, I think we'll do a lot of research on this. You're going to do a lot of research on this, and I know that we'll find a solution for that.
Thank you for that. The second question is on your unit economics. On the devices that you rent out, how long does it take for you to get your money back? Because I believe it costs about $33 or so per unit, and you lease them out for a period of 45 days. So how are your economics around that?
Okay, so our device goes for $10. Yeah, it's $10. Our production price is $10, and we lease it for $3. Okay. So our maintenance cost and hosting cost is $1. So we are left with $2 as profit. So it only takes us five months to be able to break even on the profits of the device.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Margaret, I have a question for you too. Thank you so much. So interesting. Your passion for addressing this critical root cause of food systems challenges comes through loud and clear. And I also get the sense, both from your presentation and the concept, that you want your customers to share in your passion. Yeah. And part of what you're doing, part of your business model, is to educate. And so I wanted you to tell us a little bit more about how you overcome some of the market expansion challenges that you outlined in your concept, including the fact that a lot of your potential customers are in rural areas, there are language barriers, et cetera, but I think you have some interesting solutions, and I'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
Okay, so how we are able to go into this market, because you're dealing with the rural areas, that's why we have field scouts. We have employed women in the villages because we are not able to understand every language they speak. So we employ women directly in the areas that we are pollinating farms or offering beekeeping. So these women translate what we give to the villagers. I don't know if I've answered your question correctly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. It seems like bees and chickens are very popular today. And we're down to our last 3 final contestants. I'm sure you've been burning to go. He's already on stage. I haven't even announced his name. So over here we have Mr. Ikena Nzewi from Relief Marketplace, Nigeria. All the best.
Thank you. Africa's population will triple over the course of our lifetime. We know that this is going to happen, and it's increased the cost of food. If you look in Nigeria, Nigerians spend 56% of their income on food. I decided that I wanted to change this and found a co-founder named Uzo. After we graduated from our universities, I studied computer science at Yale, and he did mechanical engineering at Duke. We moved back to Nigeria against the wishes of our parents and traded 8 different crops, traveling through 20 different states in the country. There we found an opportunity to serve in the oil palm sector, where smallholders face 3 issues. First, they have a processing issue. Smallholder farmers have difficulty processing their palm nuts, and so children have to use literally handheld rocks to crack them open. Second, a lack of access to capital. So farmers struggle to harvest their crops and get paid for them, and 10% can even rot on the trees. And third, a lack of knowledge, which can lead farmers to encroach into protected areas and cause deforestation with this crop. We decided to engage with this sector and create solutions. On the processing side, we invented and patented Africa's most advanced nutcracker. It's called Kraken, and it's 400 times faster than a kid using a rock. Relief's business model is pretty simple. We run a nut cracking business. We buy nuts from smallholder farmers, we crack them into vegetable oil, and we sell it to large food factories. We also created a mobile application to be able to buy crops directly from smallholder farmers rather than traders. And through it, we've given farmers $300,000 in loans with a repayment rate of 99.4%. Third, in collaboration with Stanford University, we built a computer vision model to be able to see where oil palm is encroaching in protected areas, so we as a company can avoid purchasing it, and so we can educate farmers to make different decisions. As a business, we have processed over 20,000 tons of palm nuts. We started in 2021 and grew the business's revenue 5x in 2022. We have a team of 130 people in rural Nigeria. That's where we're creating jobs, and our team is 100% African. Relief works with 5,600 farmers with an annual retention rate of 86%, and we've put over $500,000 of additional income into smallholder farmers' pockets. What I've learned through this process is that smallholder farmers are not disadvantaged because of their size. They are disadvantaged because they are isolated. Proximity promotes productivity, and productivity promotes profit. And so our job at Relief, with your support, is to continue to innovate. The next step for us is to develop a fully mobile version of our Kraken technology so we can move it into the most rural areas of Nigeria and increase our reach to 20,000 new farmers by 2025. As I see it, food and agriculture's job is not just feeding the world, it's also in saving it. Thank you.
Well done, Ikena. Over to the judges, please.
Hi, Ikena.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I think your business has a lot of potential. I have 2 questions. One is on your market potential description. You indicate that you have captured about 130 million bookings in 2023, but you also say in your concept note that you have an annual revenue of about 8 million or so. And I'm wondering, isn't that a big jump between where we are and what we see now and what you're projecting, or what are we missing?
Yeah.
Maybe if you can clarify that. The second question is on the. I would like to hear about the journey. You said that your enterprise became operational in 2021, but you also mentioned 2017. So what happened in between?
So I'll answer the second question first. So I graduated from university in 2017 and moved back to Nigeria and spent basically 2 years traveling the country, trading different crops, and then inventing the Kraken machinery. And then Kraken launched in January of 2021. So that machine has been in operation for 30 months, which kind of explains where it is. To explain your question on our bookings versus our revenue, we get bookings with different customers. So if I want to sell vegetable oil, I want to line up as many different customers who are willing to purchase it from me. I know I'm not going to be able to sell it to every single one of them. In addition to that, we are actually working on the byproduct within the oil palm sector. So the palm nut generates about 15% of revenue that farmers make from the crop, whereas the other 85% of revenue comes from red palm oil. So as our business scales, we are going to start purchasing the red palm oil from our farmers in addition to the palm nuts, and that's why it's very important that we have strong commercial agreements and demand.
Oh, I see. So you're basically diversifying.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Planning
you.
for growth.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Obviously, I've been in the palm oil value chain, right? And you've cut out some members out of that value chain. How do you see that from a competitive landscape? Because I know it's quite competitive and traders aren't happy if they cut out of that value chain. How do you manage that, and especially considering the scale you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, our solution has been to hire traders, put them on a monthly salary with an incentive scheme so they have their income stabilized and can earn more. Employees in our company are also able to take out loans if an issue comes up in their life, like someone is sick or they need to pay for their annual housing. In Nigeria, you have to pay for your housing 1 year up in advance. And so providing these types of financial inclusion to our employees have made us an attractive employer. But I would say in general, like, there is a massive opportunity to serve this market, and we are just tapping into the very beginning of it.
Excellent. Thank you, judges. Well done, Ikenna. Wow, look, our next, everyone is just ready to go. Okay. Are these samples I'm seeing? You know what? Last year I had so many samples, I went home full up. So I'm waiting to see some samples on my side of the table, please. Thank you. So next we're going to Tanzania. I would like to...
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Are we in Tanzania?
Oh, yeah.
So yes. I need to hear a bigger round of applause. Yeah. So here we've got Crescentia Mushobozi from Tanzania.
Yes.
And your business is called Vijana Agribusiness Enterprise.
Vijana Agribusiness Enterprises.
So it's Vijana.
Yes.
It's a
youth.
W, but you say V.
Youth. Vijana.
Vijana.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, all the best.
Thank you very much. Well, good afternoon and karibuni Tanzania. Since I am the youngest contestant, I will start with a fun fact. Did you know an average African person consumes 30 kilograms of potatoes per year? My name is Kizensa Mshobos, co-founder of Tanzania Viable, and I am proud to say I'm a farmer and a scientist. Well, I discovered this 2 years ago when I started potato farming business. Tanzania has a vast population and has a high demand of potatoes. Well, my people in Kenya, you can't enjoy nyama choma without potatoes. In Uganda, the best dish, matoke, is best served with potatoes. Well, in my homeland, the best dish enjoyed by all ages, loved by all, is served and made with potatoes. You know which? Chips mayai. Yes. But the supply of this falls short. Why? Because of scarcity of quality potato seeds. Over the last year, I've been working with the largest gene bank in Africa, where my team and I came with a solution. Well, we collect African certified potato seeds and convert them to high quality potato seeds that are disease-free, climate resilient, and guess what? They're affordable. With this, we use tissue culture technology. Tissue culture technology, this is a technology that is going to tackle food crisis in all over Africa. We sell our affordable potato seeds at only 50 cents per kilogram to all farmers. Our impact is to make sure all farmers have a better livelihoods in Tanzania and all Africa. Well, as a proud farmer, we have already produced 700 kilograms of potato seeds, harvested 5 tons of potatoes, and trained over 120 smallholder farmers. Well, we do business to business as we work with farmers' cooperatives, which they include women. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an amazing team, and both they're youth. 10 of them are members. They have combined 4 years experience in tissue culturing, agriculture, and also financial. I myself, I have 4 years in biotechnology. Behind all the tissue culture technology is I, the farmer. Thank you very much. Well, with the 50,000 USD fund, we'll be able to invest the seed production. Well, we're going to meet and scale to meet 5,000 farmers all over the country. How? We invest 50% to the seed production and create job opportunities to our fellow young youth. Africa can feed itself and the world. Join me, an African youth farmer, to make this dream come true. Thank you.
Wow, well done, Crescentia.
Thank you.
So let's hand over to the judges.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, hi.
How are you?
I'm very fine. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
First, I must say that I'm very excited.
Thank you, thank you.
To see a young farmer.
Yes, I'm proud one. Yes.
And I also must say that this is probably the only way Africa is going to feed itself.
Yes.
By having the energy in the farm.
Yes.
Now, my question is about your business model. It's not very clear to me.
Okay.
Are you producing potato seeds, or are you producing potatoes? What are you? What's your business?
Thank you for your wonderful question. Well, as a farmer and in the world of business, I have to attract my customers. And let me take you back to the world of farmers. When I produce potato seeds, I have to convince my customer that this is the potato. Ladies and gentlemen, wait. Well, fresh from the farm, and I came all the way from Marisa to here. So, in my business, we do business to business. That is the model where we work with farmers' cooperatives, right? Yes. But for me, the products is potato seeds, and the potatoes are the byproducts. When we know Africans, yes, we are like tomatoes. We have to see and we have to buy, right? So, yes, fresh from farm. So, when you harvest such kind of potatoes, that's where you create the demand of potato seeds, and that's what we do. So we convince our customers who are smallholder farmers, and guess what? We sell them at the cheapest price, just 50 cents USD dollar per kilogram. And they get the good harvest. The good harvest, as farmers, we know, for the potatoes to sell well, and you go to the market, this is the kind that you select, right? Right? Yes. Now, when you find the small one, you won't take them, because you know what? It's small. But we, for our farmers, they have a large produce yield where This is grade 1. We call it grade 1. So for this, they produce large production of it and sell in massive. Thank you.
So just to follow up that,
Yes.
1 second.
Yes.
So when you sell,
Yes.
your revenues are coming from farmers.
Yes, it's our customer.
That's your customer.
Yes, as a startup company, we have registered. That's our customers, the farmers that all need more. That's our customers, farmers.
Okay, because just confirm,
Yes.
because in your application you actually said you sell to restaurants and.
Oh, okay.
So I got a bit confused there.
Okay, yes. Thank you once again. And well, the byproducts that we also harvest, we sell also to restaurants, and we have restaurants and also customers, fresh harvest. As we say, in our farm, we have to convince our customers that these are the high quality potato seeds, right? So when we harvest, that's our byproducts. And when you have the assets, we can't say, oh, we can't sell potatoes because we do potato seeds. No, we are youth and we need money. We have to pay our rent, right? So we sell. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Crescent. My name is Aggie. I'm right here with the second
yes.
question.
Yes.
I love your mission, building the largest gene bank. I think that's a big, hairy, audacious goal. I wanted you to just share with us the 3 critical success factors that you must get right for you to achieve that mission.
Sorry, come again? Sorry?
Okay.
Yes.
For you, because your vision
Yeah.
is to become the largest gene bank in Africa,
Yes.
right? So obviously you have mapped your competitors in this sector. You're competing with ANAS, you're competing with the largest seed manufacturers in the world, multinationals.
Yes.
You're competing with some of the largest seed companies that have been in business for the last 20 years,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So with that in mind,
Yes.
what are the 3 things that you must get right as an entrepreneur to achieve that vision?
Thank you for your wonderful question. So for the 3 things to achieve such kind, first you need fund and partnership. Well, I won't lie, as the youngest entrepreneur in this business, I will tell a lie that we are going to build such kind with the prize, but it will take 50 years to get it there, right? So for me, it's partnership. Partnership that is going to help to reach the vision. The second is the fund. The fund to run the operation costs. Yes. And the third, we need the labor, the what we call it is the human labor. Yes, we need to have a professional people to work and have that kind of vision. So for the start, let's start from as a baby steps, but we'll get there. And thank you. Yes. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Ready? Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I've learned more about potatoes today than I have in my entire life. So now I want to eat chips. So thank you for that. Now, guess what, guys? It is time for our final contestant. No pressure at all.
Fine. 1, 2.
So over here we have Johan Gallet from Sea Life Organics, Mauritius. Welcome.
Hello, guys. I've never seen so much eyes looking towards me, so it's quite it's quite weird. Are you ready? Eh? Okay. Judges, are you ready? I know you might be a bit tired. Eh? Good. Allez, let's go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are ready to take off. Welcome on board Sea Life Organics. My name is Johan Gallet. I was meant to be an airline pilot, but I am now an entrepreneur in the Blue Innovation, captain of my own company. Charles Darwin said that Mauritius was created before heaven, and that heaven was then copied from Mauritius. This is how beautiful this country is. but it is rotten from the inside. In 2020, it has been elected #1 country in the world for the use of chemical fertilizer. And that, of course, has consequences. The decline of our soil becoming unfertile, the contamination of our rivers going into the sea, destroying our reef, but most importantly, contamination of human health with the rise in sickness, such as cancer. So one of the solutions to that is to be able to provide farmers and individuals with high-quality organic products. And this is what Sea Life Organic does. We collect seaweed on the beach in a sustainable way and transform it into agricultural products. But we're not only doing that. Now, industries on Mauritius are delivering their organic waste to our doorstep for free. So we can process it with seaweed and transform it into high-quality agricultural products. So what are our products today? We have potting mix, which is a mix of compost and soil. We have compost. We have a slow-release fertilizer, which is unique worldwide for its composition. And lastly, for the past 12 months, we have developed our liquid fertilizer with our engineers, with a unique technology, which has a trade secret now. With only 25 grams of dry seaweed, we can have 1 liter of liquid fertilizer, and this yield is unmatched worldwide. Our products now are selling #1 products in retail store. We supply more than 100 farmers, and we have our loyal customers. And we have a competitive advantage. Our product has been tested and approved by the Mauritius of government. And by doing so, more than 8,000 farmers can have access to our products and get 75% discount on it. That will allow us to have more cash flow and more flexibility on their daily operation. Let's go back in time. We started Sea Life Organics in 2020 during a crisis. And as we say, never waste a good crisis. In 2021, we've launched 2 products and reached a turnover of $10,000. And by 2023, with 3 products on the market and by doing everything with our bare hands, we have reached a turnover of $90,000 with $10,000 of profit. Now, I am speaking in front of you today, but I have an entire team behind me working hard every single day to achieve target that we have set. But demand is increasing rapidly. So we need this $50,000 to be able to be able to invest in machinery and equipment and research and development. That amount will allow us to reach more than 1,000 farmers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to learn. I hope you enjoy, and I can't wait for your question.
Oh, well done, Johan. Let's hand over to the fabulous judges for their final questions.
And here's the question. Thanks very much. I think first, fertilizer is a big problem in Africa, and chemical fertilizer is even another bigger problem. And the sea is not being used enough, right? So blue economy is actually underutilized. So what you're trying to do is solving quite a number of problems at the same time, and I congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
My question is about the use of funds. You said one is to buy machinery and another one is research and development.
Yes.
Can you just break down to me how much are you going to spend on machinery?
Definitely. So 80% will go to machinery equipment. So we need to buy a steel loader and a pellets machine. So we have to understand that the pellets are going to go for farmers. But in order to make more money, we have designed a pellets as well for the Gulf market. So that money we're going to get with the Gulf market will be reinvested in the farmers. And then 20% in research and development. So we have our liquid, but we still need to elaborate a production zone. So that's going to be for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Johan. I recently visited your country, Mauritius, and I love it.
Thank you, sir.
So I love the nexus between water, land, and soil. So I wanted you to just give me a little bit of clarification around the healthier proposition.
Okay.
So what will these organic fertilizers be adding into the soil to make the crops healthier? If you could just give us that, a little bit of technical detail there, that would be appreciated.
Definitely. You know, as the British say, the proof of the healing is in the pudding. So we have analyzed our products in 2 different laboratories, and as I said in my pitch, it has been tested and approved by the government, which means that they have tested our products in field and make reports about it how impactful it is on different type of crops. And the results are quite amazing. That's why now they recommend our products to farmers that are registered with them in Mauritius.
So let me do one follow-on. So is the government subsidizing you in any way? Are they just recommending you? And what's the size of the Mauritian market?
Okay.
And if you got that right, where is your next market frontier?
Alors, I'm going to the market for farmers in Mauritius represents approximately $3.2 million. So that's about a demand for 30,000 tons and 10,000 farmers. The Mauritian government has put schemes in place to help farmers to reduce their carbon footprint, so reduce their use of chemicals. And by doing so, they supply or they subsidize them by paying 75% of organic fertilizer. Local organic fertilizer, not these that come from the foreign country. And it's same for the Gulf. You know, Gulf have started to come into programs that is called Health Check. And by completing the different stage of the health check, they get a better ranking worldwide. And one of these is to use organic fertilizer, which is produced locally. So this is the market we're going to go.
Thank you, judges. And yes, us British do say that the proof is in the pudding. So you're right about that. Well done, and all the best. Let's give all these young agripreneurs one more round of applause. That was amazing. I just want to say well done for all the valuable work that you're doing in your communities. And I know that the judges have a very long day of deliberation ahead, and I would not want to be the one tasked with having to pick just 2 winners out of all of these inspirational contestants. So good luck with that, judges. Now, I want you to join us on Thursday at 9 a.m. right here in the Youth Town Hall, which is in the Youth Dome where we're standing right now, where the winners of the $50,000 prizes will be announced. Exciting! I personally can't wait. So that's Thursday at 9 a.m. We're going to be announcing the winners of the 2023 GoGettaz Agripreneur prizes, because there's 2 people get to win. And now the Impact Awards winners will be announced on Friday at the Youth Innovation Awards, also happening here at the Youth Dome. So you don't want to miss that either. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have shown today. And once again, well done to all of our contestants. The GoGettaz Agripreneur Prize pictures are officially complete. Woo! Woo! And our contestants will be taking questions from the media shortly. Everyone else, thank you so much for coming. And if anyone is attending Pitch AgriHack tomorrow, I can't wait to see you there. And I think Kathy would like me to invite all of our contestants and our judges onto the stage for a group photo. Well done, everyone, and get home safe.